EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Smith on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Great 15.
Smith. And that is incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st down, gone. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 55 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington Redskins season has been an interesting one. Who would have predicted that the way this year has gone for them, they would still be in the hunt for a playoff spot in the final weeks of the year? Nobody.
No one. How could you?
Josh Johnson at quarterback, Charles.
Yeah, his 12th NFL team. Hadn't thrown an NFL pass since 2011. And what if he became the guy to lead Washington into the playoffs? No one could have written this script. The offensive line totally rebuilt multiple times this year. And how many times on the negative side did you say that's a real inconsistent team? But on the positive side, that team battles.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And
there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
Well, Charles, help me break down the Rams here as we get to the home stretch of the season, because they still have one of the best records in the NFL. But after that wild Monday night win over KC on November 19th, haven't looked as sharp.
And sometimes when you have a streak that they carry around and they're playing at such a high level offensively, any dip looks like the worst dip in the world. But they have had their struggles. Quarterback Jared Goff, his quarterback rating at Chicago, and then again against Philadelphia in Week 15.
It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Peterson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis. And then 120, a big performance against Green Bay. At his best, you're getting to Adrian Peterson, the defense's fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go, 15.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go, 15.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Start left here.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Orange. Yes, sir. Go, 12, go. Merlin.
Now gone. Flushed out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Crowder now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd and 5.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Orange.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Redskins on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, you got 3. Liz.
Again, Smith. And that will be incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some. Either.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. That's strong running. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Now you won.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
12. 76, tell him. 76.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing is Smith. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Play action. It's Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame.
This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
76. Shell.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Rams add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. And Davis with it left side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
12.
The final shot before break here. Goff dancing to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
DC. Harbaugh. Super.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Crowder. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. This one caught by Crowder. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Smith on 3rd down. Looking long for his tight end Reed. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Double.
Looking to throw on second down. Smith. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doctson, 26 yards. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Goff now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here. Here's Smith. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
180. 14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting it fly for... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Smith now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
52. 35.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, on.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass down the field.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Smith on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On second down, Peterson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Redskins on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And the Rams getting set to go now. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Goff. Being chased out left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one, gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, gun.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up second down.
Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 1st and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
14.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Starting left here. Two.
Again, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down at the 28. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed. and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, Peterson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them